Hi, today is Sunday the 17th of April, Easter, and this is a long overdue SPX outlook. I'm sorry I can't really keep up with the weekly routine, got too much work. Anyway, as you know by now, I post 2 updates a day on my Slack, which you can join freely, so please do if you want to have more consistent updates. So this is the SPX on a 4-hour chart, and we are still in this downward channel. It's been quite steady, and on Thursday, just before the long weekend, we saw a little bit of selling around the close. So we're getting close to the strong support area, 43.75 to 43.95. And I believe this type of controlled demolition, I like this expression coined by Spud Gamma, because it's exactly what it is. Clear continuation of this channel, and if this one breaks, it may actually go to 43.40. I don't see any major sell-off coming, unless there's of course something coming from the geopolitical front, or of course the Treasuries. Credit in the credit market is looking pretty weak. So at least we can assume that a relief rally would be capped somewhere. Okay, so this is for SPX. Of course, we have a very strong correlation with VIX. So if we look at VIX, VIX has been hovering in a range. Now it goes above that key pivot level. It may rise again, but we saw that 23, 24, and especially 25 has been so far a strong resistance. So that's why controlled demolition or bearish waves is probably more likely in a short run. There will be surprises because now earnings season has started, so of course we have to be on our guard all the time, but VIX should be going up, but I don't think it's going to go sky high. The other 2 indices which are very much correlated are the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. The Dow Jones, I mean, briefly on earnings, financials were good. Some financials like Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. So there was a bit of a spike there, but it's still in a similar downward channel. So there again, we can expect the market to maybe bump on this pivot level and go lower. The NASDAQ, I mean, the techs have been really taking a bit of a knock in the last weeks. So here of course, this is a more volatile. So here I had to look at possibly 2 parallel channels, but on Thursday, just before the long weekend, it went back to the former channel. And here again, we have a strong support area. So all 3 indices have a strong support area that would need to break for the next wave. So bearish congestion in the next few days, early in the week, will probably be the mood of the market, and we'll have earnings coming, and of course the much awaited FOMC early May. So this is the picture, of course, because the techs are very much influenced by what's going on the FANGs. Here it's a FANG plus Tesla plus Microsoft. So this is what I look at. Here as well, we've got a pretty good support on 34.35. I don't think it's going to go much lower, but it could actually go back to lows from March. So this is what we have right now. Something else I look at is, because we have a shift from growth to value, I also check this VUG over VTV. Looks like the techs were back in the limelight, and now it's drifting down again. So I would expect that techs could actually deteriorate a little bit further. As I said earlier, what's important is the Treasury, and I'll look at this channel on the 2-year, 10-year, and this is a 1-hour chart now. And as you can see, surprisingly, after going down even below the 0 line in early April, it's been climbing. So this is a bit of a conflicting signal, because we have tension, but at the same time, the 2-year, 10-year, which is a kind of a yardstick when you want to see where the economy is about to go into recession. And it looks like not, as at least if we look at this measure. I mean, of course, it can bump here, and maybe break this channel soon, but I would say so far so good. So overall, we can say that a lot of things I do monitor every day are fairly predictable in their channels. Treasuries, and here it's a 6-month Treasury. It's going pretty high, and now it's even beyond the strong resistance tested for support. So there will be more tension on short-term rates. I could plot the 3-month rate. It's going to be about the same. So overall, I would say the credit market is showing weakness. It's probably indicating that the Fed has not moved fast enough and strongly enough, so we may see further tension. I could even draw here a channel. A lot of things work in channels these days. Okay, another thing that I've been looking at, because this SPX outlook is used with options, and something that really caught my attention in the last few weeks is the gamma pressure. So here we see the total gamma on Friday, we see that we have a strong wall on 4400 and now growing protection 4350, 4300. And we see something that we saw when the market dipped to 4060, 4100, is that the 4000 level is being protected again. So then there probably be more room to the downside if we go lower on Monday. The gamma pressure minus 13 billion is high but not very high. So this is something I look at. If you need more information, there's a lot of information available on GEX, gamma exposure, for example, on spot gamma, squeeze matrix, or generally on YouTube. If we look at next Monday's gamma, we see 4400. I mean, this one was actually posted earlier in the day on Thursday. We had a strong, and that, I mean, this shows actually why the market stopped and retraced, drifted down to 4400. That was a strong wall. On the upside, we have 4450, but we can say there's not much call activity, and we're starting seeing more protection on the downside. The gamma pressure was minimal, so I would think that the selling at the close on Thursday was more net selling on stocks more than dealers activity. Right. Again, I can only invite you to be more. I mean, if you look at my SPX Outlook, I post two. I mean, it's a 2-3 minute read every morning and every afternoon European time. This one is posted generally around 3 a.m., which is 9 a.m. CET. And I'll also post one just before the open. So that's it for now. Again, if you want more updates, because I cannot assure you that I will post SPX Outlooks every day, best is to join my Slack channel. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the Easter weekend, and see you on Monday. Bye for now.